Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main event of Mind Summit 2026. And now, after having conquered the U.S. mortgage industry, this is truly the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time! Presenting the undisputed heavyweight champion of global AI finance, the creator and CEO of AngelAi, Pavan Agarwal.
So they got me outside over there doing a podcast, and I missed my own introduction. So every once in a while, new technology is created that creates a fundamental shift in commerce. It creates a fundamental shift in our life. And that moment is right now. Eight years ago, we rolled into production a brand new technology that simplified the entire financial process. And we started building that. More than 20 years before that. And real engineering is really hard when you try to make something really simple, right? And when you can create something complex, that's easy. When you create something simple, that's really hard. And we made AngelAi so simple that, true story, grandmothers who don't know how to turn on their PC have simply spoken to AngelAi and completed the entire home finance process just by talking to AngelAi without any assistance. So think about that. AI you can bank on. Radical simplicity. Radical simplicity for consumers, for realtors, for loan officers, mortgage brokers. Radical simplicity to weave communities together with fair and equal financial access. And this is real world stats from last 20, 30 years off government HMDA data. When two black borrowers go to a bank and get denied, one of them should have been approved. Almost the same for Hispanic. A little bit better for Hispanics, almost the same. And veterans, when 4 veterans get denied by a bank, 3 should have been approved. So you need radical simplicity to solve that problem. You need to take the complex mortgage finance. It is the most complex financial product, most complex any kind of process you could do. Perhaps the only thing more complex than doing a mortgage loan is your self-driving Tesla. Which my Tesla, by the way, still cannot make a left turn correctly. The AngelAi can make left and right turns correctly, so no worries. And I don't mean political left or right, okay? So, I mean, from 500 credit score to 800 credit score. It navigates all of that correctly. And completely driverless. Okay, here's where we are right now. Completely driverless on loans over 620 credit score and above. Never been done before. If your credit score is over 620, it goes through the AI beginning to end without human intervention. And if it's below 620, the human intervention is just a slight touch. And if it's a manual underwrite, as you know, how many loan officers and mortgage people in here? And you know that if it's a manual underwrite, the regulations require, right, it's not up to us, but the government requires a human review the documents. So that's the number one reason why the loans below 620 go through a manual review, because it's required by law, not because the AI needs it done. And that's AI you can bank on. Yeah. We have been in this situation before, this changing of the guards. 1999. 1999, the internet was all the craze, and every business needed to do e-commerce and get on the web somehow. So we've seen this happen before. And what happened was a handful of companies understood how to speak the internet language, tooled, got set up, got ahead, and you all know them today as Amazon and Netflix and Google, right? And they now, 20, 30 years later, control the world commerce. Today, we're at that same point with AI. 33 million. That's the number of businesses in the US today that need AI but don't know how to do it. This number is many times, 10 times bigger than the number of businesses that needed to get internet and e-commerce set up but didn't know how to do it. And the number of experts, because of the high degree of training and skills that are required to build AI and implement AI, the number of experts is just a handful. So there's never in our history, there's been such a massive divide between supply and demand. So you do the math, think of it yourself, what this massive gradient potential of 33 million businesses, I'm just talking about America, not even globally. 33 million businesses need AI, they need blockchain technology, they don't know how to get there, they can't even get the resources to get them to implement it. But first, let's take a stroll down memory lane. Let's talk to you about how we got started, how we got to where we are right now. And I started in finance and real estate when I was a kid working with my parents in the 80s. And I saw it firsthand. I saw so many families, particularly low income, particularly minorities, who lacked the tools, lacked the financial education, and just get left behind by the system. And the vision was, and when we looked at it, when I looked at the problem, and I looked at why this is happening and why this is so hard, I saw it as a data problem. I didn't see it as an education problem. I saw it as a data problem because, and I look at a loan file, it's nothing but a bunch of data going through it. So that's when we started building AngelAi, literally started building it there, and we started by addressing the data first. I started learning AI, I wrote my first AI program in 1985. I started building it from there, but the real core, the real vision, the why, was to help all those families that we were seeing getting chewed up by the system.
You're a good man, Pavan.
So in that time period, over those 40 years, what we've accomplished is over 110 patents. We have a massive intellectual property portfolio worth $120 billion. And then I want you all to give a very special applaud and cheers to the Billionaires who are here today, and you'll see them wearing a Billionaires jacket. You see all these people in these beautiful blue denim jackets. They're the engineers, and many of them have been working on this 20 years plus. This is a very big commitment and very big vision and engineering talent to build something that is radically simple. Radically simple and reliable. How did we do it? We built a system that can deliver financial decisions. We transfer billions of dollars every month literally the AI transfers billions of dollars every month. We don't do it, the AI does it. And we can literally close our eyes and trust the AI to do it. How do you do that? So these engineers that you look around today, and at the party tonight, Zuraban. Who wants to go to the party at Zuraban? Yeah. Take 5 minutes and shake their hands, because that level of intellect is very rare. And what we came up with in 2012 was the concept, we looked at nature and we were inspired by nature. And we said, if biology can do stem cells, then stem cells can replicate and evolve and morph and create the foundation of everything that's alive. Why can't we learn from that and create AI that works the same way? So we solved the reliability problem with a novel design that started in 2012 with evolving self-generating autonomous AI cells. And today, it's popularized, the word is called agents. Right? So, 15 years later, the world has caught up and come up with the concept of agents. But we created this in 2012, and just a few months ago, MIT issued a report, and they call it the reliability problem with AI agents. And what they showed was that as agents are growing and more agents are doing more wonderful things, they're also, at the same time, as they get more complex and we're able to apply agents to more parts of our lives and more functions, the reliability gap keeps growing. Okay, so agents keep getting more and more unreliable, so you cannot trust it to run autonomously to manage your money. Okay? So we engineered a solution that can actually do that, and we've been doing it in full production, 40 billion plus closed transactions, 200,000 families, 7-8 years of experience. And so our agents that we call cells is leading the way, and it's what makes everything possible. So this is the brief timeline of how AngelAi was developed. So as I said earlier, it's a data problem. I saw that in the 80s. And the first solution was to vectorize, and that's a buzzword. So if I can go into a dissertation into what that means, but first solution was to vectorize mortgage, loan, and real estate data. So we did that in the 90s. And then in 2006, we created the world's first automated reverse mortgage underwriting system. And in 2010, we created the sales engine that we just talked about, which the rest of the industry now calls agents. And now finally, we have a fully autonomous AI for finance with warranted intelligence. So the difference between AngelAi and every other AI you use, every other AI you use has a disclaimer that says, don't trust me. Yeah. Right? AngelAi has a disclaimer saying, there's a trusted warranty. And it has a broad application. We can apply it to any business concept, any business where accuracy matters, where determinism matters, where traceability matters, where you need to know why you did something. You know, why was that money wired? Why was the money received? We built a whole ecosystem covering almost every part of the finance universe. And even for your daily work, like from everything from emails to your phones, to wiring money to your bank, to your mortgage lending, to your real estate transaction processing, all of it. It's all in one single ecosystem. And it's also on chain. And those 33 million businesses also need to be on chain and don't know how to get on chain. Now with AngelAi, you simply make a single prompt and say, put my business on blockchain, and we'll tokenize your business. And tokenizing your business is essential because when you tokenize your business, you build customer loyalty and retention because your customers can trade they can gain access to your business through the tokens. They can trade your benefits with tokens. Ask Angel if you want to learn how to do that. Right? So the US credit markets are $18 trillion. US mortgage market is $2 trillion annually. The consumer credit market is $18 trillion. The global consumer credit market is $55 trillion. That's our total addressable market, 55 trillion. The AI is built, the foundational model is done, and it can plug into any consumer credit, any market that requires absolute and accurate decisioning, it can plug into that. And anywhere in the world. We're already in conversations with several banks across the world for AngelAi to be the lending and credit platform for those banks. There's over 2 billion people across the world today that are unbanked because they don't have easy access. There's a massive last mile problem. There's a big last mile problem in the US even. That's why we still have payday lenders and things like that. Okay, but it's even a bigger problem in the rest of the world. And when you have the entire banker, the entire bank, and the decision at your fingertips, not even at your fingertips, at your voice tips. You just talk to your phone and say, I need credit for my business. And AngelAi comes through and delivers. Your problem is solved. Ask Angel. So I'm going to show you how simple it is to ask Angel. I'm going to give you a real example right here. So this is the Angel input screen, and it's simply, oops. Okay. It's simply, in this example, all you do is you say, Angel, I make $250,000 a year. I have $250 in monthly debt, and I have $50,000 in the bank. Okay, and how much do I qualify for? And given that information, she loads it. Okay, she generates, so you give it a command. In the AI world, you now speak, and visually the AI comes back and gives you the answers. So the user interface is generated to you. So it summarizes what you just told her, and then she gives you your qualifying analysis. And then from there, she'll ask you if you want to continue on to the loan application, and you can literally upload your tax returns and all the other income documents and your credit card statements and so forth, and she'll read those, analyze it, and between 5 minutes, she will give you an exact answer and approval back. And it's a warranted answer, because this is warranted intelligence. And we got to get the word out. And so today, what I'm here to announce, we're about to launch a major national media campaign, which will later this year become a global media campaign for Ask Angel. Ask Angel. Need a mortgage? Ask Angel. Need credit repair? Ask Angel. Need to lower your payments? Ask Angel. It's that simple. Remember, if grandmother can do it, and my mom's here, she's a grandmother. And mom can use it. So if grandma can use it, anyone can use it. And it's for the experienced loan officers and the realtors. The hardest part is just getting around in your head that is as simple as Ask Angel. Leaders, visionaries, thank you all for coming today. And I believe you will remember this moment, because today you got a vision of the future. You're seeing today exactly what the future is. A future where $55 trillion is accessible to so many billions of people who were left out so far. Thank you so much for coming.